Shoe, written by scenes and drama lessons we use a lot. So we have Harlow Obadinsky and Delilah Loya doing right foot, wrong shoe. Action.
Rachel, you have to help me.
Why? What happened?
Be really careful and don't let anyone see you do it. Look at my feet.
Stacy, what is going on with your shoes?
I don't know what happened. I must have grabbed 2 different shoes this morning.
Did you get dressed in the dark?
No, but I was still nervous about my speech, but I wasn't paying attention.
Oh no, I forgot about the speech. Is that today?
In 15 minutes, if I go on stage and the entire school will laugh me right out of the auditorium.
We'll think of something.
Me, I can tell everyone that I'm starting a new trend. That everyone in Paris is wearing 2 different shoes. It's a new, cool thing to do. Wait, do you think they'll believe me?
Wait, what's the topic of your speech?
Why fashion is an important part of my life. Rachel, every teacher in the school knows how much I want to become a fashion designer.
As long as you never design shoes, I think we'll have a wonderful career.
But my career will end before it even begins. Wait, it's not too late to pretend I'm sick. I could walk on stage barefoot and pretend to collapse.
I have a better idea.
Run away and change my name?
We'll save that plan for next year. I'm sure we'll need it by then. What size shoe do you wear?
At this point in my life, anything will fit.
Come on.
Where are we going?
To save your fashion career and your speech, I'll trade shoes with you.
I don't deserve you.
Nah, you don't. Just remember when you're a famous designer.
While you're at it, can I borrow that necklace too? It's really pretty. I think it might bring out my eyes.
Look, Stacy.
Come take a bow. And Delilah, come take a bow. 2 4th graders. Performing right foot. Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, I'm going to call the meeting to order. If we could do a roll call to establish our quorum. Mark
Evans.
Marissa Roberts. Emily Moline.
Karen Riley.
Allison Neal Malone.
Adrienne McGinnis.
All right, thank you.
Cynthia Cochran.
Oh, hi. Let's stand for the pledge. Out there now. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. We will start with our district. So I've got some exciting news to share. We had a very successful NAMS visit. The National Art Museum school visit went off beautifully. We had a reception for them the evening before and invited some of our museum partners, and they were there. Austin dropped by. This is very great. Thank you. And then the next day, they toured through the elementary school, met with teachers. Chef Sheena and our students prepared lunch, and then toured the high school. Went very well. We talked about all sorts of things that we do in relationship to our community partners and how we connect and how that's implemented in the classroom. And then we ended walking to Rogers Historical Museum and talking with our partners there. And then we ended the night at the museum at Crystal Bridges, which was lovely. And Dr. Riley met some other team. And so did Mark Evans. Yes, it was very nice. And so what that looks like is we were one of 6 schools out of 50 that applied. And we were selected to be on this road tour. And they are putting together a booklet, or actually a book, of best practices they'll publish. And they're looking for trends and commonalities among top museum schools as a sort of a guide to implement or a guide to get school started. So we're really excited about being a part of that. They're inviting us to their conference and to make a presentation. So we're going to work on what that looks like and what we'll present at their conference. And then what we're looking at also is then how do we take some of those best practices, and they really asked some really great questions about, we're unique as far as so many museum partners, but also community partners. So they left really excited, and Mr. Bridges treated them to see the portal experience with Jewel. And so it was a really nice event. We are officially a semifinalist with the Charter Seed Growth Fund. And so what that means is now they are preparing sort of a presentation they will present to their funders to see if we were selected and funded through this process. It's really a great place to be. They have been asking for some clarifying information. You guys provided some of that last little piece. And so true honor to be at this point with them. So we're really excited to hear what next steps look like as we move forward. So those are two great updates that I have. Principals are going to speak in a minute. We've gotten through some of our testing. We're kind of midway through trying to wrap up the end of the year. And some of the performances are going on. Graduation is Saturday, so this is a very exciting time of the year in schools, high energy, a lot of things going on. So we're ending out the school year really well. And we're in our enrollment status right now. We're 170 kids short of our cap. So this is great. We're continuing our recruitment efforts. And so we're pretty positive and look forward to that. A good spot with that. So that is my most recent update. Thank you.
Excuse me, Dr. Roberts, can we let Stephen Foster talk? He was,
Celebrate the arts.
He was at
celebrate the
the
arts.
bottom of the agenda, but we can add them.
There's a message. Okay, well, they're here now, so why don't we just go
Yes.
ahead and get that done?
Yes.
All right, come on up.
Real quick, guys, sorry. Apologize for trying to squeeze in here, but.
No, you're fine.
So just wanted to update for Celebrate the Arts, successful on all accounts. Appreciate the board's help and the feedback leading up to it. Raised around $13,000. So for the first year back, we feel pretty good about that. Kind of a springboard for the future. And definitely want to appreciate the board and the admin for all their support on that. The main thing that we wanted to talk about was kind of where our plan or what our plan looks like for those funds going forward and to get the board support on that. So initially, or to begin with, we're going to earmark $4,000 to go to an immediate purchase for an elementary and a high school program of some sort. So working on that, sent a survey out to teachers asking for projects that they're working on to make that purchase before the school year ends, to make an impact, to tie it back to Celebrate the Arts from this year. We're also earmarked $2,500 to $3,000 to work on an enrollment campaign through the summer. We're working on some social media efforts and things like that. Again, we'll definitely ask for the board's support on that as we get more details as it relates to that campaign. And of course, to encourage enrollment through the summer so we can kick the next year off. The rest will be put into CDs in preparation for next year. We're beefing up the request process for the faculty to make requests. And so going to get a better system for making those requests. And those monies are in CDs to be available starting September and then again in November and then again the beginning of spring. So we can grant those requests on an as needed and where we can make the biggest impact. Finally, I wanted to touch base on next year's plans for Celebrate the Arts. In the past, and most of you are familiar, I was not, that was an off-site event, which included more of an adult type of fundraising event. We're going to try to go back to that. And with that in mind, we're going to try to get the framework and the outline put together before school year end this year. So as teachers are preparing their lesson plans over the summer, they can kind of have that in mind to build their, especially the performing arts folks, so they can kind of plan in the music that they're going to be working on or the dance that they're going to be working on, even with pottery and painting and things like that. And so hoping to have that done by Friday, so we can get that out to all of the faculty, so they can be working on that over the summer. And then also what we'd like the board's help on is ideas or suggestions for larger projects. The goal, of course, next year for Celebrate the Arts is to raise a larger sum of money. And so we've had some ideas from spotlights and sound in the PAC, some different things like that, but we'd definitely like to have a target if we could. Like this is what we're raising money for, and I think that would encourage participation in next year's event. So anyway, thank you again for squeezing me in. I apologize for the clunkiness of that, but gotta get down the road. So any questions or comments?
I want to put a plug in to upgrade the sound system for the PAC. We use it for nearly every performance, and it's quite janky.
I know Carrie talked to, Alex, Carrie, did you talk to?
I've talked to several different people, but yes.
But I think the estimate was about $50,000. So that would be kind of the target if we decided that was what we're going to go for. But definitely appreciate that. And again, the target doesn't have to be determined by Friday, but we want to have a good idea of the framework. And the thought would be knowing what the venue is, knowing kind of what we've kind of got some ideas for entertainment in addition to student entertainment. That may draw some more folks that are willing to pay, a little bit more money for a ticket and things like that. But anyway, all of that will be in place by Friday, so we can send that out to the faculty. Any other comments or questions? Again, thank you guys for your support from the board and from admin. Thank you, Dr. Roberts. You guys have been great, and thank you again for squeezing me in.
All right, thank you. Thanks for all your hard work.
No problem.
You want me to do this now? Okay. I'm going to go ahead and present the valedictorian, salutatorian, what do we call these, medals? Medals to be worn at graduation on Saturday. So our salutatorian is Cy Malone. So we get a picture?
Yes.
Okay. And I tell you what, let's get the valedictorian up here as well. That is William Beveridge. All right, strong work. Let's get up here and take a nice picture for the internet. We don't have those inside there. Oh, yeah.
1, 2, 3. Got it.
All right, thank you. All right. Let's go to comments from the public. Do we have any?
We do not.
We do not? Okay. Anybody want to be spontaneous before we move on? No? Okay. All right. Number 6, consent agenda. We need to approve last month's school board minutes. Does anyone have any comments or questions about that? Nope. Can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second. All right, all in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? Thank you. All right, let's go to the financials. Adrian, is there anything you need to tell us? No, ma'am. All right, does anyone have any questions? All right, can I get a motion to approve? Motion. Second. All right, all in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? Thank you. All right, enrollment report. Dr. Roberts has kind of mentioned, we're making progress, working on it.
Yes, we have openings right now in K and 1, and then we've got openings at our high school. But we are in good shape, especially compared to our current enrollment towards the cap. So we're really making progress, and which is very exciting.
Awesome. On our new business, we have our Teachers of the Month. I believe only one of them is actually present, but I'm still going to say Miss Soda is legendary amongst my children. And I'm sorry that I don't get to give her a and then our high school staff of the month is Miss Cannon. All right, let's get a nice picture. It'll be on the internet. I feel like each other.
1, 2, 3.
All right.
Now,
Miss Cannon.
Wow, you don't get
Yes.
away that easy.
You guys get
So we are so blessed to have such a talented artist leading our students here in dance. And so it's a great honor, and I know our staff shares that with you. Thank you.
I'd like to say I enjoyed the dance under the spider. Yay! That was excellent. Okay. We put our terrific kids on the screen. All right, we have a lot of amazing children that are our terrific kids. And our high school students of the month, page through there. We've got Caden Luce, Ben Mock, Chance Fitzpatrick, and Merrick Taylor. Good job, kids. All right. Oh, did I miss those? I'm sorry.
Carly Watson.
Yes. Yeah, sorry. My computer went too fast.
Not good.
All right. Let's move on to our elementary school update.
Okay, so May is very, 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 very busy. April was just as busy. Our students returned from the National Archery Competition in Louisville recently. We had 6 through the high school team. I'm not sure how old the oldest kid is, but we had 21 kids that competed in the competition. There were hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people shooting at the exact same time. Our 6th grader, Molly Currington, was invited to the World Championship, the World Competition in Dayton in June. I believe she's the 35th ranked 6th grader in the nation. So our 4th graders went to space camp. I joined them, and I don't have, how many of y'all have been to space camp? Yeah. They said we would walk 8 miles on the second day, and I was like, no, it was like 9 miles. But it was wonderful. The kids had a great time. There were lots of parents that went with us. It was a lot of fun. Our Artful Learning crew visited us at the elementary to support the implementation of our units. They were very impressed. They spent a lot of time videoing. They videoed our students and our teachers and our administration, and they are actually wanting to put together a feature, a little movie about us, a feature that they're going to put on the Leonard Bernstein website. So they are just very impressed with what our teachers and our students are doing right now, and it really is amazing. And for testing, we've completed ELA and Math Atlas exams. Science is tomorrow, and then we have all the fun makeups to do. K2 iReady is finished. We've done all of those, and we're kind of starting to go through that data. And then our 3rd through 6th iReady is coming up next week.
All right.
They're all my updates for now. Do y'all have any questions?
Hang in there.
Okay.
You're almost there. Almost there. You are next.
So we have another group of kids we want to recognize. Tonight, we have some students with us that received what we call the Above and Beyond Award. And these are students that excelled greater than 100% on the first semester of their coursework. So if I have students here tonight that has received that reward, can we get a picture of them as well? This is amazing. Look how many we've done not amazing? And this isn't all, but this is huge.
I don't even know if we're gonna be able to fit around them. There's something.
Can we put the board kind of behind them?
Yeah, you guys.
Well, they're
Really
tall.
tall. We really want the board in there.
We need the Evans family clustered all together.
Good job, guys.
Congratulations.
Three, okay. Yeah. All of the students did that they can frame for this honor, so we're really proud of them. It seems like that's all we're doing. I know Rachel and I gave you that. The high school is on the downward or on the downhill of testing. Guys, remember how we bragged at the end of the year about having 13 different advanced placement courses? Guess what? They want to measure all of them, and they tell us when that is. So College Board is very heavily involved. We had 5 AP tests last week. We have 7 this week. And some of those students test for multiple hours. They do. We actually had a student here till 6 p.m. one night. So that means we have staff dedicated to doing that as well. But I mean, that is huge. If you remember how we celebrated, how many of those students earned a score that got them college credit, that's huge. So we, the only thing that we lack is the science as well. Ours is Thursday. So we have 7-8 Atlas. So all students in 7-8 will be doing science and then the end of course biology. And that will wrap up Atlas. Our seniors are on a different level than us. Their last day was last Friday. So they have all cheerfully taken the iReady test for us and completed their semester exams. And they're making little appearances this week to come back. Some of the events that you just want to be aware of is Thursday is a big day. I don't know why we put everything on one day, but we thought it was really good to do that. So we start with graduation practice at 9 a.m. with them, where they learn about the ceremony and walking. They then leave here on a bus. They go to Rachel's building. They're going to do a senior walk at the elementary, where they get to show those elementary kids what it looks like to be a senior and to complete that program. And so that's going to be a huge opportunity that they don't even know yet how much that'll mean to them, some of them, until they're actually doing it. Then they're invited back. The students and staff will have a senior dinner in the evening at 6 o'clock on Thursday. So we're getting it all done. And then on Friday, they graduate at 10 o'clock. So that's like a really big deal.
Saturday.
That's what I meant. Sorry. Sorry. Saturday, they graduate at 10 o'clock. And we personally want to invite all of our board members that would like to be in attendance. We'll make sure that you have a special chair on that stage honoring those seniors as well. So you're all invited to be part of that event with them. Let's see, what else have I got on my little notepad? Oh, this is really big. Okay, so something new that we thought we needed more information on, and remember, it's in progress, but we're collecting survey data from our seniors to determine what type of scholarships they've received, how many have they been offered, that. And it's a work in progress, but it's still growing, but it's over $230,000 that they've already self-reported that has been offered to them. And if y'all remember, this year, it's a little weird with the FAFSA. It may be impacting some of the kids.
They're still not done yet.
Yeah, so I think that may be a factor in it, but we thought it would be good to recognize them if they're okay with it. Some are very private and they don't want it, so we'll showcase them out here during graduation, their picture and what they're doing, if they're okay with that. But just to get an idea, next year it may be large enough that we actually announce it while they're graduating. That's just something to look for, another way to honor our seniors. But it also says a whole lot about our system and how much opportunities have come to our kids as they're graduating. I wasn't going to talk about archery, but I have to. So I just want y'all to know, next year we're looping Coach Green up here. He's going to be coming up here. He has helped establish this archery program and successful national competitive team at the elementary level. And Rachel and I have worked out a really good way to share stuff so that we can let him loop with students and actually coach them through all the way through high school. And in return, we'll give her some teachers that are going to help coach 5th and 6th grade PE. But we're working that out to kind of make the program stronger. And it's working. I mean, we've grown that program from 14 to 39 have requested it so far. And one last update. We've captured all of the student requests, fine-tuned them, done verification with them, like eighth graders don't need to request a senior class, little things like that to help them. But we're going to take all of their inputs and based upon what they absolutely have to have, that's a non-negotiable, like as a seventh or an eighth grader, and build their schedules and mail them out with their report cards. So when report cards go out in June for this for this spring semester, they'll get a preliminary schedule already with them in their report card. They'll want to make changes, we know. We'll send out communication about how and when that will be, but that's going to all take place. Just wanted y'all to know about it as a board. And then last, I want to tell you about Miss Price. She hasn't actually started yet, but her transition has been wonderful. She's been meeting with teachers individually on Thursday afternoons to try to build relationships with all the high school staff that she can. And she's already attended over 25 events or meetings with us. So we're looking forward to a strong next year. Thanks, y'all.
Thank you. All right, the next thing is our extended learning policy. So the purpose of this was essentially to make a formal policy about how we do after-school tutoring. And so I don't know if we need to make this available for discussion. Does anyone have any concerns about the extended learning policy? No?
After I mentioned it or whenever we brought it up, I went back in and discussed it with staff, fine-tuned a little bit, making sure it was clear. And we'll add this into the employee handbook.
Okay. All right, so I guess we just need a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All right, all in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? Thank you. All right, our next item is the new employee handbook, the revised employee handbook, let me say. So my only concern about the handbook was I feel like we needed a more direct statement regarding use of school email and in what fashion it could be used, that it was to be used for school-related and professional communication only. So that's the only line that I would like to add to either the text section, which was, I think, 8.6, or the email section, whichever you feel is more appropriate. Does anyone else have any concerns about the handbook? Anything to add? No? So do we need you to bring that back to us with that line, or can we just approve adding that?
You can approve it and I'll add that.
Okay. All right. So can I get a motion to approve the employee handbook?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Thank you. All right. The next item will be the assurances and GEPA statement.
So what this is, I'll try to encapsulate this. This is just our general district assurance that we're going to follow all of these guidelines and rules for any student that has an IEP or under the IDEA. What the state of Arkansas is also doing under this AR app is they're creating almost like a common app for any kind of a federal program funding or any kind of process that would require an additional application to obtain. So this is our statement to them that we're going to follow all of these guidelines and it needs to be adopted by the board and Dr. Riley signed. And in the meantime, we're also going through and filling out sort of the core content that has to do with our district that we'll submit by the end of June. So that means we've got all the blanks filled out. So when we need to submit or want to submit or we have to apply or verify, it's already in the system. So it's a little bit laborious getting it started, but once it's there, it's gonna be worth it many times over, just having that common information already plugged in.
Okay. Anyone have any concerns or discussion points?
Dr. Roberts, did you have any concerns about our ability to meet all of the criteria listed? Like, it's pretty in-depth.
It's in depth, and so what I did was I pulled the team together and we went through line by line because I wasn't going to sign and assure that we were going to do it unless I had verification from all the parties that we were going to do that. And they did.
Okay.
And we verified and actually identified who the responsible parties were and how that information's gonna be. And then the litmus test will be how we fill out and gather that, to put in the application itself, the kind of the app part. But yes, I did verify that.
So I guess that we need to vote to agree to the document?
Yes.
Okay. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Sign it. Okay. Our next item was the CEO evaluation, and Allison is the only person that remembered to send me the form. So if we could maybe push off the CEO evaluation to next month and perhaps make a goal of everyone filling out the form and getting it to me by Friday,
Yes.
so that I can compile the information this weekend and present it next month? Okay, thanks. I also forgot, if that makes you feel any better. So we will get that done. Let's try to have a goal to get it done by the end of the week, and so we can present it for next month's meeting. All right.
Do we need to approve the piece of you extending your contract today, or can we do that
You can do
next
it.
month? Okay,
Okay.
just want to make sure.
All right, so that leads us to discussion of items since publication of the agenda. Do we have any additional items?
Now, the only additional was gonna be the foundation, and they already spoke.
Okay. All right. Anybody got anything else? No? Do we need to go to executive session?
Not unless you guys feel a need.
Anyone have anything that we need to discuss? Okay. All right, so then I will take a motion to adjourn. Second? Second. All right, all in favor? Aye.
Record time.